So it turns out that comics are hard to make money at. I know, I was shocked to find that out too. But since we're in the imagination business, let's imagine a magical world where we aren't living in a late stage capitalist hellscape. A world where comics are popular, publishers are generous, and somehow people are getting paid enough to live comfortably. I'm Justin Jordan, this is Death or Comics, and today we're going to talk about fair page rates in comics. If you want to make some of that tall comics dollar, sign up for the Death or Comics mailing list at the link below, and we'll send you our quick start guides to pitching and writing comics. And you too can get into the lucrative world of putting pictures on paper for fun and profit. Actually, I'm kidding. Not about signing up for the mailing list, you should definitely do that, but actually comics are fun and you can make money at them. We'll get more into that in the comic book economics subseries here, but it's not all grim. That said, comics, like a lot of creative things, seem to have this thing where you either make a lot of money, relatively speaking, it's not Hollywood money usually, unless you're Robert Kirkman, or you make very little money. It's weirdly hard to make an okay amount of money. An okay amount of money, for the purposes of this video, being the American median income. Yeah, that's going to depend heavily on where and how you live. My cheap ass living in incredibly rural Pennsylvania is going to get a lot more out of the median than someone who lives in Manhattan and likes to collect Fabergé eggs or some other fancy thing. Look, I don't know, I'm a savage. So, what would this look like? Well, before we get to that, let's get into some terms and assumptions. The first thing to understand, which is something I think people know but some of you won't, is that comics freelancers are typically paid by the page. There are rare exceptions, but that's generally how it works for almost all of us in the United States. This is our page rate, literally the rate we're paid per page, and that's what I'm going to be talking about for the rest of this video. This is just talking about page rates. There are other ways for comics folk to make money from their work other than just page rates, particularly artists, but the scope of this article is just what it would look like if we were paid a fair living wage. I know someone is probably going to yell at me about that in the comments, which please do. It helps the algos. Got to get that sweet, sweet engagement. Anyway, to do this, I talked to a bunch of professionals about how much they would work if they were working at a comfortable pace if money were no object. Basically, a pace where they wouldn't have to work 80-hour weeks and destroy their mind and body to do it. And if you think I'm kidding about the mind and body things, my friends, I am not. Once I did that, I worked out something that more or less approximated a fair living wage. This is not meant to be a ramen and 17 roommates kind of salary, but something where you could live comfortably in most places. See above about my caveat about geography, but the US median felt about right. Which, incidentally, is about $60,000 a year according to the Census Bureau for full-time individual workers. That works. I do want to note here that's actually going to be somewhat less money for a freelancer, probably, than it would be for somebody getting a salary. In the US, we have to pay all our Social Security tax, which is around 15% off the top, and any health care, etc., is going to be coming off of that too. How much do you need to make to hit the median? It's going to vary for each person involved in the process. Again, this assumes a pace that is about equivalent to working a 40-hour-a-week job, although honestly, I don't know if I know many, if any, freelancers who actually only work 40 hours a week. Writers. I assumed here that a comfortable pace is around 2 issues a month, or about 40 pages of comics. I typically do more, but there's work associated with this part of the gig that 24 issues a year, 20 pages each, felt about right. Something I confirmed with other fellow writer friends. That works out to a page rate of about $125 a page, which actually is my page rate at a couple of publishers, which is nice. Average man is average. Writers don't have as many ways to make money from their comics as artists, but on the flip side, we can work on more stuff at one time. Artists. So for this one, I talked to a bunch of art friends to get a sense of how much they would like to work and how many pages that worked out to in a given year. And you know, they actually all hit on the same number, which is about 4 pages a week. I assumed working about 48 weeks a year, both because artists do deserve some time off and also because there's just going to be life happening, so the odds of some getting 4 pages a week out like clockwork are slim. That works out to an annoying $312 a page, which I'm going to round up to $325 because this is my video and I can do what I want. If you want another number, do your own mathing. Colorists. Here, I assumed 8 pages a week over the same 48 working weeks a year, again, based on asking my colorist friends. It works out to about $156 a page, although, again, I'm going to round up to $160. And then I'm going to round up to $175. Not because I'm trying to be super generous to colorists, although they deserve it, but because colorists actually have additional out-of-pocket expense for every page they do. Flatters. A flatter is somebody who goes through the comic and puts in fill colors that the colorist will use as a base to work on. Doing it this way speeds up the process, as flatting is time consuming but less skill intensive, so the colorist gets an extra $15 in my calculation to cover the expense. You're welcome, colorists. Letterers. For a 48-week year, a comfortable pace seems to be around 50 pages a week, which gets us to $25 a page. I actually don't know if I know any professional letterers who only do 50 pages a week, but that's a function of how low the pay can be and that they're at the end of the production chain. Which, the last part isn't nothing. A lot of what makes the job of letterers and colorists, and flatters for that matter, hard is that they have to wait until the writer and artist have sent them the work, to say nothing of editorial. That means if there's a problem with the deadline, and spoilers, there basically always is, then they're going to be the ones most expected to make up the time. So they're going to get the most, hey, we need 20 pages tomorrow nonsense. I try very hard not to let that happen, but on my work for hire, sometimes that's entirely beyond my control. As a note to that note, letterers usually don't get royalties to speak of, which I have been guilty of and I'm changing. And colorists sometimes don't. Indeed, colorists getting royalties at DC only happened like a decade ago when I was already working there, and so it was a long time coming. So, to sum up, writers, $125 a page. Artists, $325 a page. Colorists, $175 a page. Letterers, $25 a page. Which works out to $650 per comic page for talent. This doesn't obviously include either production, the people who actually assemble and prep a book to go to the printer or distributor, or editorial. Although for funsies, I would guess adding $50 a page is probably safe for creator-owned books. Now, I want to emphasize these are not meant to be top-end rates. They're the minimum needed to make a US median living from comics working a reasonable amount a year. That's what they should be, minimums. And they absolutely are not. I do obviously know people who make that much. As I mentioned, that's my low-end page rate, but these are not the starting page rates at any direct market publishers as I record this. Could the publishers pay that much? Well, that's a complicated question. Certainly, Marvel and DC are owned by entities with tremendously deep pockets who theoretically could, but a better question is, can you pay those rates and have the comics actually pay for themselves from sales? Short answer? Yeah, sometimes. A typical direct market single issue has 20 pages of content, plus a cover, and the interiors of these page rates works out to about $13,000. And we can add $1,000 to cover the cover. So $14,000? Is that doable? I have an entire video on how much you make per issue from comics, but the gist for this video is to make those sales from just singles, you'd need to sell about 15,000 copies an issue. Those are very healthy sales, but they're not top of the sales chart, and they're absolutely not unreachable. So yes, a lot of the time, fair page rates in comics are possible. And if you made it this far, it's possible that you like this video, so maybe you could consider watching another of our videos linked somewhere here on screen. Or you could like and subscribe, or comment to yell at me about how very, very wrong I am.